what my friend Murad said, and he is absolutely correct. He's been through this. There's no forgiving. He has no remorse. He didn't even say Cass's name at all. At all. And I want to thank y'all, the ones that subscribed after I did the Tisa's take on it. And yeah, there's no way. There's no forgiving here. He's just sorry he got caught. And like Murad said, it's not the first time. That's why he did know how to tuck that towel so it wouldn't fall while he was running and kicking. Towel never fail, y'all. Come on. That ain't the first time at all. At all. And that happened in 2016. So think about they had the music awards, making of the band, all of that after that. So he had no remorse because he did all of that. This is 2024. If he was going to rehab, he should be cured by now, right? If he had so much remorse, he would be a great guy, huh? Please. Y'all, listen to Murad, though. I want y'all to hear a man's take on it that has been through SA at Cass's age. But he couldn't even say Cass's name. Come on, y'all. Okay, Murad, let's see what you got. Tell him.
Subscribe, click that button, guys. It is daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram for my reels, and let's get straight into this mess. Now, one would normally, be in a position of forgiveness. I'm naturally a very forgiving person. I feel like when somebody's like, you know what, I effed up, it is what it is. But the P. Diddy is a very specific scenario where it's very, very, very different. And when this first came out in November, he denied everything. He said that this was all lies, people are speaking on his name, multiple statements of denying everything. And then when this video came out, he then, decided to be like, now I'm sorry, I effed up, I'm responsible, I'm going to therapy, and etc. When we are discussing somebody who's harming somebody, the conversation of forgiveness is very different.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
Liar.
I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help.
TDJ's.
Going to therapy. Going to rehab.
Please.
Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
That you could keep your money.
I'm so sorry.
To who?
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Whatever.
As far as I'm concerned, if Cassie has forgiven him, then I will go down that route of maybe we can. Maybe, if at best. But Cassie and a plethora of other victims are not in any position to forgive him. They're looking for recompensation for the PTSD that they have all experienced. And so that is what we need to side with right now, because the people that tried to usher this man back in after those lawsuits were men, and men only. And the fact that majority of these victims were women, nobody were believing them, thinking that these women were doing this all for money, P. Diddy's money, he's a billionaire, and etc. Then when this video came out, everybody who was on Team Cassie and Team these victims, we were all vindicated, and these men came out to apologize, to be like, sorry, we were on her side. Those men were so destructive, they were enabling this disgusting man who was trafficking people across states. I believe all those lawsuits. I do not believe what he's doing now. It is damage control. It makes no sense. He should have came out with this video when these lawsuits first came out. out, that's when he should have came out with this, not now. He's only coming out with this after that video came out, and you can't physically deny that video. You can't say it's AI, you can't say anything, because it was taken at that moment of time. The people in that hotel were complicit. Diddy is complicit. I feel sorry for Cassie. I feel sorry for Kim Porter. If he did this to Cassie, I can't even imagine what this man did to Kim Porter. I'm not buying this. I don't think you should guys buy in any capacity as well. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know who's advising him to do this, but the apology, whatever it is absolute trash. You're only saying this now because you've been called out, babes. Like, in these videos, you are harming her, sorry. You are harming somebody, physically abusing them. That's a whole different conversation. And the fact that she came out with a lawsuit detailing all of the stuff, she herself said that she suffers significant PTSD. She suffers. The one thing I realized with this video that has come out, people didn't read the lawsuit in the fine print where she actually described every single point of this happening, and people didn't believe her. She says now she's got PTSD, she's in a vicious state. Follow what these people are saying and be with them, stand with them, and stand with them with your absolute chest. Stand with them with absolute conviction, because you have disgusting men like this. Diddy ain't the only one, child, because all these other men around him, some of them disappeared as well, who were in the limelight. Diddy was just the only one to be caught. This is the first form of footage as well. LA Department, I believe, police put out a statement in regards to this is an old video and therefore we can't convict him. Kanye was right. He's a Fed. He's part of the CIA, which is why they can't convict him, but they can convict other people depending on what state you're in, which doesn't make any sense to me. This man should be rotting in a jail for what he did to her. The fact that that man ran out in a towel and dragged it back in, it was giving you're trying to escape again. Not the first time putting his hands on Cassie. For the fact that this man knew how to make sure his towel wouldn't fall. Focus on the important fine print of that video. He was able to understand that his towel wouldn't fall. Therefore, let me go and grab her. He's done this before, guys, to many people, men and women. And I feel for Kim Porter. And I feel sorry for the fact that there's so much injustice when it comes to her death. That case needs to be reopened. That's the only thing I'm saying to these recent videos that have come in this video. Reopen that case, reopen that case, reopen that case, reopen that case. That's exactly what needs to happen. It is disgusting, honestly. It is absolutely disgusting. And the men should be ashamed of themselves. Stevie J and etc. All of these men hanging with them afterwards, drinking with them afterwards, defending him by TMZ. All of you are trying to rehabilitate a disgusting, abusive individual when it's just the privilege reeks of what men do in these spaces, and they rightfully need to be called out equally as Diddy. This video, I'm not buying it. 50 Cent has also put up an update mocking it, saying that this is some nonsense. Whoever's inspiring him to do this video, clearly his team, whatever. This was bound to come out. In terms of something from his face to say XYZ. If you look at this video, he looks defeated. He looks mentally drained. He looks physically drained. But I personally won't be forgiving him. It's not for something for me to forgive because he didn't abuse me, but I won't be forgiving him in this instance because we are discussing significant abuse, trafficking, harm, SA to multiple individuals. We aren't in position to forgive, and anybody that wants to, you have not been SA'd by this man. So what are you forgiving him for? I'm really trying to find out. Listen to these victims, listen to the young girls, the young boys. Believe me, I've been in that space before when 17, 18, 19, I've been SA'd, trafficked, told to do things, forced to do things, drugged up, beaten and whatever, and etc. by a lot of these men, which came to surface a couple of years ago. But unfortunately, people were siding with these men, grown people, trafficking me between. It was vicious and awful. People don't listen to the victims. They speak for them. And this is what is dangerous. Listen to Cassie when she spoke up in that effing lawsuit. People didn't listen to her. People didn't listen to these victims that are coming out. And it's absolutely shame. It is shambolic. It is disgusting. Absolutely insane. So for me, it is even triggering as well to see somebody like this trying to save face, which is not going to work. You're an abusive man. You got absolutely exposed. Keyword is abusive. He is harming people. If he is harming people, we are in a position to forgive him anyways. It's not something for us to forgive. But I can relate to Cassie because I was her age, 17, 18, 19, surrounded by these men. Exploitive nature, disgusting stuff that they were into, disgusting stuff that they made her do. I can absolutely relate to it, which is why when this lawsuit dropped in November, and everybody can vouch for it because the receipts are there, I was supporting it with my absolute chest because that is what you should do, especially as a man. That's what you should be doing. So shame on these men who supported this fool after this lawsuit came out. Shame on all of you who came out and tried to support him, usher him back in. Shame on the men who've been silent around him. Shame on the men who enabled this. Shame on the men who saw that CCTV footage, did absolutely nothing. Shame on the men who saw what he was doing to these girls and boys and did absolutely nothing. You're just as complicit. You enabled. You didn't do anything. You didn't check him. You're an absolute waste man. Diddy himself, waste man, certified dickhead, absolute idiot. And I've just had enough of this. This video triggered the shit out of me, which is why I'm losing it in this. It's pathetic, guys. Absolutely pathetic. This man is going to go down the drain, but who's next? Because if we're going to bring the Me Too movement to the hip-hop community, let's go. Who's next after Diddy? Let's every community child. Let's pull it all out. Pull out all these weeds, you understand, and throw them in, I don't know where. Subscribe or comment down below. Check out my reels, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. I'm just, this triggered the shit out of me, guys. Like, this whole debacle, this video, what Diddy is doing, it's just, and he's just one person in that industry who knows many. He's not the only one. There's many and more. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.
Okay. Yeah, Murad was not playing. Murad does not play. Yeah, I wanted y'all to hear a take. I know. Oh, hey, Michelle Bryant. Hey, DY Ranger. I wanted y'all to hear, Murad's side of it, because he's been through it. He's been through it, and everybody was taking up for the grown men. And he was a child, where Cass's age back then. Yeah. So I just wanted y'all to get a man's take on it also. So that's why I wanted to do it again. It's no. Forget you, Diddy. I don't want anything to do with you. Nothing that you put out. Nothing. Y'all please subscribe. And I want to thank the ones who subscribed to me, today. And I thank you so much. And I hope to see more. The numbers go up and up and up. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And I will see y'all when I see another video. All right. Thank you. Bye. Wait a minute. I'm all up in the camera.